All right, guys, good afternoon. So today we are going to be making taco pizza. So this is one of my absolute favorite quick, easy pizza meals to do, and it's a little bit healthier than a traditional pizza. So I'm going to show you how I make it. I'm going to start with 1 pound of ground turkey. You can use beef, but we're going to go a little bit leaner option. So 1 pound of ground turkey. I'm going to add a packet of just normal taco seasoning. You can do whatever you like for tacos. So spicy, mild, whatever works. And I am cooking this to package instructions. So I added 2/3 cup of water, bringing this up to a boil, and I'm just gonna mix this seasoning. So basically you start by grounding your beef or turkey and start by kind of however you would make your tacos, but we're gonna put it into a pizza form and I'm gonna show you how good it can be. So for traditional tacos, I typically do use beef, but I love the taste of this with turkey since it's on bread and like a pizza. It's not as greasy. You don't have to drain the grease because it's so lean. And I just think the flavor's a little bit better on the pizza. So like I said, you can do ground beef if you would like. This is just a little bit leaner option. Okay, so we're putting the taco seasoning in. You can season this yourself too. It's just kind of quick to use the taco seasoning. I really like the flavor of it, but it is kind of high in sodium, so that is up to you if you want to season it yourself. You can also add like a liquid taco seasoning, whatever works best for you. So I'm going to let this simmer so it soaks up all of this water that we use for the taco seasoning. I put on a baking sheet and I already baked I don't know how well you guys can see that, my pizza dough. So I got the pizza dough from in a can. I'm gonna back you guys up so you guys can see me do this here. I got it in the can opposed to the pre-made kind. I think it just tastes a little bit better. So I rolled it out flat, just a traditional pizza dough, nothing special. Rolled it out in the pan. I baked it at 425 for about 12 minutes, 12 to 14 minutes. So now I'm going to take my sour cream. So I just have a fat-free sour cream, and this is what's going to be used as like the sauce, if you will. So I'm going to spread this out on my pizza, however much you like on it. And this is going to be the sauce. So don't do it too much, but just enough. Also, make sure that you let your pizza dough cool before, because it will get super, super runny on your pizza, which it doesn't taste bad. It tastes the same, but it sticks together a little bit better when your dough is nice and cooled. So I baked my dough about an hour ago, so it's nice and chilled. So my sour cream is not running all over. Turn the heat off on that. All right, so I've got a thin layer. I use about a half a tub of sour cream. Like I said, you can use however much you like and whatever fits to you. You can also do a mix of sour cream and cream cheese. I like this. It's easy. It tastes pretty good. So I'm going to let this meat cool off just a bit before we throw it on. While I'm letting that cool, I'm going to cut up some of my tomatoes. So I have grape tomatoes here. You can use a whole tomato. It really doesn't matter, whatever works for you. Which these are super big grape tomatoes. So I'm going to quarter these. Whatever you have works. My husband doesn't like tomatoes, so I do grape tomatoes. That way he can kind of pick them up easier and put them on my slices because I really like tomatoes. So it works out pretty good that way. But like I said, any fresh tomatoes will do. I wouldn't do the can just because even if you rinse them, it does tend to get water on there, and we are putting black beans on this. super big tomatoes. I honestly could probably cut them again. They're like the largest grape tomatoes I've had in a long time. So, so next step, we're gonna throw our meat on. So once your meat is nice and cooked, we are gonna throw this on the pizza now. So I just take the meat and sprinkle it around, try to get it as even coated. Again, we did 1 pound of turkey burger with 1 packet of taco seasonings. You can also add, this would be a good way to add some sauteed onion. I actually have an onion in it, about that, but just to give a little more flavor. Whatever toppings you like on your tacos, you can pretty much add to this. So you can add in some jalapenos. You could add some dollops of refried beans, but we're going to add some black beans. So I'm going to do that instead. I just think it's a little bit easier on the pizza, but whatever works. Normally we have refried beans with our tacos. So just trying to get this out spread even. So a little bit of meat on each side here. Okay, so you can see it's quite a bit of meat for the pizza. 1 pound does pretty well. But you can always add a little bit more if you want. Again, I like super versatile recipes. So I am going to go ahead and add my tomatoes. I'm going to cut these actually one more time because they are just really, really large. But I'm going to go ahead and add my tomatoes. Yeah, I like recipes that you can change, make your own. People are so picky, I deal with that so often with lists of what people don't like. So when I do give them food ideas or recipe ideas, I try to make it so that people can really form it to what they like. And I think even if you're not a picky person, it just is really fun to kind of experiment with foods that way. So this is how I do it. But like I said, you can really add whatever you like, whatever you would typically put on a taco. You can kind of put on here. We've even added some Spanish style rice on it. It's really good. So it's literally just a taco on a pizza. But for some reason, it just makes it a fun twist to like a pizza night. Or like a little bit easier version of tacos, I think, because you kind of all put it on in one area. Okay, so I've got my tomatoes there. We're almost done, you guys. It's so quick. So then I drained 1 can of black beans. I washed and drained it. So I'm just going to put these black beans all over the pizza. And it's going to be quite a bit of black beans, but I love that. So I'm just going to put the whole can on here. Really cover this pizza. This is one of those that you just like build and build with lots of fun foods, and it just gets super heavy. It's definitely like a heavier pizza. It's so good. Okay, so I added a whole can there. And then it's really 2 more ingredients that I do. So I have a bag of just shredded iceberg lettuce. We really never get iceberg lettuce because, if you know, there's not really a nutritional value to it. But it's kind of a common lettuce to put on tacos. I have put spinach on here before just to give, again, more of that nutritional value. But if you ever get like a traditional taco pizza, it's just some shredded iceberg lettuce. I get it already shredded. It makes it so much easier. I'm all about easy, quick meals that the whole family can enjoy. So top that with lettuce. And then I'm going to put on some sour cream. Or I'm sorry, some cheese. We already did our sour cream. So I have a Mexican style blend cheese. You can do cheddar cheese. You can do taco seasoning cheese. We do that a lot. It's already got the taco seasoning, but this Mexican blend is really, really good, especially for this kind of taco themed pizza. But any cheese would be great on here. You can never go wrong with cheese. All right. You guys, that is literally it. It's so, so easy. I don't add anything else. I don't add any other seasonings to it because we have all that seasoning in that ground turkey. But this is what the pizza itself looks like. Hopefully you guys can get a good view of that. So it's super thick, super layered, but it's not super heavy when you're eating it. I feel like you can eat a couple big pieces. You don't feel super heavy. It's not greasy. There's no grease with it. So when I bake the dough, I just lay it out. I use a spray on my pan so that it doesn't stick, but I don't use a lot of oil. Lay it out, and I bake it. I just bake it like that, nothing else. So the dough itself is not greasy, and then using that turkey burger over the beef eliminates that grease as well. So I think that plays a huge part in it not being heavy when you eat it. But it's super, super tasty. It's a fun twist to either taco night or pizza night, kind of both. But like I said, you guys can add whatever you want. Black olives would be great. Jalapenos, spice it up. Some peppers. Really whatever you like on your tacos. Feel free to add it to your pizza. It's so good. I will say it's not great left over for more than like a day. So leftovers the next day are going to be good. And then after that, it kind of just starts to get soggy. So I just make one pan at a time. And this feeds my husband and I and son for probably 2 meals. So pretty good size for a family. I think a family of 4 would eat this. Maybe even need a second if you want leftovers for the next day. But thank you all for hopping on. I hope you like it. If you try it out, let me know what you think. Thanks.